Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Giving all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone that will impeccably well. And Shalom to the Akim that's pushing his truth in sincerity across the world, man.
Shalom.
You know, we just want to get into a video, you know, going into primarily the translation of kingdoms that's coming, man. You know, right now we have the emergence, and you know, of the prophecies that are taking place. You know, World War III, the RFID chip, all of these things are basically in the forefront, man, and getting ready to be made, if you like, public domain, man.
Yeah.
You know? Because World War III is undeniable now. There's so much articles coming out regarding World War III and the mark of the beast, and you know, certain investments that are being made, you know, regarding RFID technology. You have big companies out there that are making, you know, millions off of this RFID technology. So it's obviously the way the world is going, man. The world is going to that RFID technology, which equals the mark of the beast, right? Now, you know, we're just going to get into some scriptures just to show that, you know, we're coming to a translation of kingdoms, because when you see all of these things happening, you know that the Lord is on his way, man.
If I may get this real quick before I get into that, you know, just the point that you're making of, you know, we can tell that World War III is right on the doorstep, right? This is Mark 13:33. It says, "Take ye heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is." Right? So we know we be watching, we be filtering, you know, what the news articles that we see through the scriptures. We be seeing, what do you call it? You know, certain prophecies coming to pass, the wars, the rumors of wars, the what do you call it? The earthquakes, you know, the quote unquote natural phenomenon that's happening all around the world. And we're just looking, I was like, look, man, the Lord's coming back, man. You know, you got our man Trump in office, man. We're like, yo, shit. You know, but yeah, let me get that for you. So Sirach 10:8, right? Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, right? So hey, let's go into that. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. Who is that, man? This modern day period. Yep, that's talking about the so-called white man. You know, primarily the so-called white man, but you know, ultimately a lot of the heathens, well, the heathens have a part to play in that too. And you know, that part they have to play. They're gonna go through slavery, man, to pay for that, man. And Esau's gonna go into slavery to pay for that also. You know, but the only difference is Esau's gonna be completely destroyed and, you know, taken off of the face of the earth, man, as the supreme punishment. Yeah, it's gonna be wiped out. You know, so I said unrighteous dealings, man. Now the so-called white man, how many unrighteous dealings does he have to his name, man? You know? Hey, you read Isaiah, it says it's Isaiah 47, I believe. It says her sins have mounted up unto heaven, man. Right? Because Esau, he's been committing wickedness since the time of Cain, and his tab is, what you call it? His tab is completely open and hasn't been touched. Right? It hasn't been dealt, hasn't been paid.
No portion of that tab has been paid, man. You know, the full balance is still outstanding. The full balance is still outstanding on this devil, man. So that's why he has to pay for all of that he's done, man. You know?
Right. Yeah, it says the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right? So hey, you ask yourself, whenever has wickedness been promoted in the earth, and the Lord has just let it go, man? No, we've always had translations of kingdoms. Right? When Israel started going off, if it can happen to Israel, then what about these heathen nations? Right? So where is it? Let me get that as well. Send it slow for it.
Yeah, man, because it happened with the Egyptians, man. You know, the Egyptians went down. That was a heathen nation that was placed above our people, you know, by the powers of Yahweh Shai. But their time came, and then the Lord brought them down, and then we got exalted again for a period of time, man. You know, and that's how it's always gone through the ages. You know, kingdoms are exalted, and then kingdoms are taken down to the ground. And it's, you know, it goes back to the book of Daniel, man. You know, I think it's 4:17.
Oh yeah, you got that as well. You got that. So okay, I've got a couple to load up. Right, I'll get this. Is verse 4 in Sirach 10 as well. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and here's the point: in due time He will set over it one that is profitable.
And what's that gonna be? That's gonna be the rulership of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know, and the 12 tribes of Israel, man, and 144,000 from those tribes, man, and the many multitudes, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. Now, if you can read that again, please, Brother Kashar, Salakia, man.
That's cool, that's cool. This is back in Sirach 10 and 4. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
It said the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, man. So whoever's in power at present time, in history, in all the ages, it's the Lord that's put that nation in power, or that person over that nation in power, man. Right? The Lord is in control of all of that, man. Yeah, someone doesn't just, you know, usurp authority, you know, through their own will, because there is no such thing as free will, man. You know, it all has to be programmed and put in by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that goes with all the world leaders upon the face of the earth, man. All of those world leaders that consult with Babylon, the Lord put them in power, and the Lord put Babylon in power, man. Right? Because it all goes back to prophecy, and it all goes back to the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai being fulfilled. That's how these words are able to be fulfilled and these prophecies are able to come to pass, is because the Lord is actually in control. You know, that's why His word can't come back to Him void. Of course your word can't come void if you're the supreme controller. It's impossible. You know? Yeah,
you're the designer, the architect.
Yeah, you're the architect. It's like if you design a computer game, you know, you design it, you set certain parameters, and you know, those characters can't cross those parameters unless you program them to do so. You know?
Exactly. This is the one you got, Daniel 4:17. This matters by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, man. So that this expounds on the last scripture we just read. It's the Lord that rules in the kingdom of men, man. And what else does it say, bro?
Yep. It says, and give it to whomsoever He will.
And give it to whomsoever He will, man. So you might think to yourself, you know, why did the Lord set up some base men? I think it's going to go into that. Yeah, you might as well read it.
It says, and give it to whomsoever He will, and set it up over it the basis of men.
Yeah, the basis of men. So you might think to yourself, why did the Lord set up this devil, this so-called white man, this weak, you know, this weak pre-cum sperm? Why did the Lord do that, man? You know, well, it's to show His power.
Yeah.
It's to show the Lord's power, because, you know, having Esau rule the world shouldn't be a possibility. With their strength, which they don't have any, and their wisdom, which they don't have any, right? You know, they're not spiritual beings, right? But they were able to overpower, you know, the prince of the powers. Well, that just shows you the power of the Lord. It just shows you the power of the Lord. It must be magnified at all times, man. And the fear of the Lord must remain intact at all times, man. Because if the Lord can raise up a base people, a base nation, to overtake His own people, right? That just shows you the magnificence of His power.
And you know, as brothers go into, now Israel's the base, and the Lord's gonna set them up as rulers of the earth. Right? Because hey, let's be real, Israel ain't on no level right now, man. But it's through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, and that's the thing, is to glorify the Lord's name. You read Ezekiel, the 36th chapter, I believe, from the 22nd verse. It goes into the fact that the Lord is going to redeem Israel, not for Israel's sake, but for His name's sake. Right? So in the kingdom, everyone's going to know who's who. Everyone's going to know that the Lord is the Lord, man. Right? It says Daniel 7. It says Daniel 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Right? So hey, who are the saints? The saints, you read Psalm 50 verse 5, saints talking about Israel, man. Right? So the children of Israel, you know, there ain't gonna be any you know, no diplomatic meetings at the UN. You know, we ain't gonna gather the kings of the world and be like, look, you know, the Lord Yahweh Shah's come back. You know, you see him, you know, his chariots above the White House right now. You know, yeah, basically, he wants to take over you lot, you know, get any problems with it. Of course they're gonna have problems with it. Of course. Right, so what's gonna have to happen through Yahweh Shah? America has to be destroyed. right, through Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, right, America's going to be completely destroyed, wasted away, right? It's never going to be inhabited ever again. Certain of these cities, you read 2nd Ezra's, was that the 15th chapter? It said, because of their pride, the cities shall be destroyed. So all of these major cities, London, Milan, Paris, all the cities you see on the bag, on the side of shopping bags, you know them fashion bags. I'll say London, Milan, Paris, California, not California, but like, you get what I'm saying. You know, all of them great cities over there. The Lord's gonna waste them.
That's right, man. That's right. And yeah, because of their great pride. And look, proof that, you know, this is gonna be a hostile takeover is because when Yahushua comes back, they're gonna try and fight him in the skies.
Yeah.
Man. So that shows you that this can't be no amicable takeover, man. This can't be no understanding, like, you know, agreement and we're gonna sign treaties.
Yeah, because what happens when you sign treaties with the white man?
They get broken, man.
Ask Gad, ask Reuben, man.
Exactly. You know.
Hey, ask Iran.
Yeah. Those treaties get broken, man. They don't adhere to any laws. They're full-tongued devils, man.
Yeah, they don't keep to their own treaties. Esau will talk about the UN Charter this, the UN Charter that.
Yeah.
Then he'll go illegally drop bombs in Iraq, illegally drop bombs in Afghanistan, illegally drop bombs in Syria, right? What do you call it? Support a regime that's illegally, what do you call it? What's the word? Illegally annexed a part of land in what do you call it, that Israeli state, right? But those are his own rules, and even he doesn't follow them.
That's it.
So how's the Lord gonna come back and try to do trees? No, he's just gonna take it over, man.
That's it, man. A hostile takeover. That's why it says the saints shall take the kingdom, man. You know, we're not gonna bid for the kingdom.
Yeah.
We're not gonna protest for the kingdom. These
things. No hands up, don't shoot, bro.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be doing that, man, because that is not effective, right? Those kingdoms have to be taken, man. That's the way that you know, rulership goes. You take a kingdom.
Yep.
That's the way it's been from the beginning, man. Hostile takeovers.
I got one. I got two. Right, so Zephaniah 3 and 8 says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
That's it, man. That's why we're supposed to wait upon Yahweh Hashem Yahshua until he rises up to the prey, man. You know, because this ain't gonna be a thing where, you know, we're gonna try and do this ourselves. And we're gonna start, you know, acting like the Black Panthers and wear blacked out suits with the black shades. No, that's not our job, man. The Lord sent us here to be prophets and to tell you what is gonna happen before it actually takes place.
And that is underestimating the power of this devil, man. How you gonna try, what you call it, deal with the devil using his own technology? Here it is. You've got to go to him to buy the weapons.
Yeah. That shows you've already lost the game. You've already lost the fight. You know, if you had to go to Esau for anything to try and take him down, you've already lost.
Yeah.
You know? You've already lost, man.
Yep.
This is not our kingdom. And to be honest, look, we don't want to take over this kingdom the way it is, man.
Yeah.
Right? Because we don't want to take over this kingdom and then, you know, carry on the same fucking that Esau.
Exactly. Which is what these guys like, we need to rise up, They want to rise up and continue on in Esau's wickedness.
Yeah, that's all that means. They just want to rise up, stay here, continue in the same wickedness that they've been doing.
They're happy their women being sluts. They're happy not having, you know, righteousness. You know, they enjoy stealing another man's woman. Despite the fact that there's more than enough women on the planet Earth to go around.
That's it.
You know, every man should at least be able to have two.
Well, there's more women than men, naturally. Naturally, upon the face of the earth, there's more women than men. Why do you think that is?
Man. Right, let me carry on. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, right? It's righteous anger. Even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right, so the Lord is coming back to do some stuff. And the Lord is coming back to, you know, to deal with these heathens. Why? Because they touched the apple of the Lord's eye. Right, you read Revelations 11:18. It says, what was it? And destroy them which destroy the earth. Right, the earth is destroyed on these devils. These devils have committed all manner of wickedness. As also what we started off, because of the wickedness that goes on, unrighteous dealings, this, that, and the other. Right? I got one more. It says Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
That's it. That's going to be that great moment. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua cracks the clouds, man. That's gonna be that great and masterful moment. That's gonna seal the deal, man. That's gonna be the what do you call it? That's gonna be the #1 scene in the film, man. Is when Yahushua comes back, man, and everyone's going well because of him. Man. You know, they're gonna be lamenting and crying. Everyone's gonna be wishing that they were righteous in that day, wishing that they'd done the right thing.
Yeah.
Well, look, the scriptures say the righteous will scarcely make it, man. So even we gonna be scared in that day, man. You know.
That's right. That's right. You got anything else, man?
Nah. We can cut it off there, man. Because hey, man, we just want to go into you know, the translation of kingdoms, you know, which we believe is upon us right now, man. You know, we believe we're in those last days where these things are actually going to come to pass. You know, these scriptures that we be reading, these are comforting words, man.
Okay.
You know, from Yahushua. This is Yahushua. This is the book, man. It's the word. And that's why it's comforting, man, because we know that the prophecies written in this book is actually going to come to pass. You know, these things, we're not reading these things in vain.
That's right.
You know, we're reading these things and we're putting that vibration out there. And, you know, through the Lord, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we see them the elect.
Okay.
You know? So, you know, with that.
Yeah, you know, hey, Lord's, we were edified, man.
Okay.
Yeah, until the next time, we'll say shalom.
Shalom.